There are a bunch of great weapons in the final shape, so I picked out 5 of these amazing weapons that are simple to farm for, even as a solo player, and I'm going to show you why they're so good and how you can get them for yourself. I'm Marshix, and I'm tired of this intro. Like the video. The first weapon on this list is currently one of the best primary weapons for prismatic builds. Breach Light is a strand sidearm that gets many great perks that contribute to your builds, like Demolitionist to give you grenade energy, Pugilist for melee energy, Slice to apply debuffs, and Hatchling to create threadlings. All of these are top tier options depending on your build, and it can get damage perks too, in the form of Desperate Measures, Vorpal Weapon, Adrenaline Junkie, Swashbuckler, or Collective Action, most of which are pretty good. And unlike most weapons, some versions of this weapon can get double perks, meaning you have a higher chance of getting a god roll and potentially other good perks that you can swap to depending on the situation. The main role I'm looking for is Demolitionist plus Hatchling for my Threadling build, with the alternate perks being, if I'm lucky, Adrenaline Junkie for a damage buff, and Slice to apply Sever. But again, depending on your build, you may want to go with some of the other options. Now, the way you get this weapon is like the title says, very simple. All you have to do is run the Enigma Protocol mission, and each chest has a 33% chance of dropping it. This mission is match made, so you don't need friends to run it, and you get 2 chests minimum each time. The objective here is pretty straightforward. Progress through each area while shooting these yellow crystals to extend the timer. If the timer reaches 0, you die. Halfway through the mission, you will receive a chest, and it will give you an option to restart from the beginning, allowing you to farm this over and over without needing to go to orbit and find a new team. It does have to be a unanimous vote, so sometimes it works, sometimes not. Once you decide to stop farming, you can either leave right there, or be a nice person and finish the mission. Same thing as before, shoot crystals to extend the timer while you do simple tasks like pick up motes or shoot this boss. For the locations of all these yellow crystals, I'll leave a link to another video in the description, and I'll show you how to unlock this mission for the first time too. And once you do unlock it, it will become available to launch directly from the helm. On average, you get 1 chest every 4 or 5 minutes, and the pinnacle drops that you get every week have double perks. So be sure to inspect every drop, because you might get a god roll that isn't obvious on the surface. You can also get these pinnacles on your alternate characters too, so while the double perks are limited, you can get quite a few every week. Also, this weapon is enhanceable, so you can upgrade it to get enhanced perks, making it even better and putting it on the same level as crafted weapons. Now, while you're farming Enigma Protocol, you'll get a bunch of Echo Engrams too. These drop from every chest, guaranteed. So just farming this for a little bit will give you a good amount. And the reason we want these is because of Aberrant Action. This is the new solar rocket sidearm. Just like other rocket sidearms, this thing hits hard and is very ammo efficient. But what sets this apart from the others is incandescent. With this, you'll be catching things on fire with every shot, which is obviously really good for ad clear. But it also works with our subclasses to enhance our builds, with things like Ember of Searing to give us melee energy and create fire sprites each time we kill a scorched target, Ember of Singeing for faster ability energy whenever we apply Scorch, and even Stylish Executioner, which will turn us invisible whenever we kill a scorched target. But that's not all, because it also gets Strategist and Pugilist for even more ability spam, or what we're all going to use, Heal Clip to heal yourself and nearby teammates each time you get a kill and then reload. This healing will also trigger fragments like Ember of Benevolence, so you can make so many great solar builds around this one weapon. As I mentioned before, to get this, you'll need Echo Engrams, which come from just about any activity, but there are 2 activities I recommend farming. Once again, Enigma Protocol, since you can get 1 engram guaranteed every 5 minutes, or Expert Lost Sectors when it's a good day. This is the current Lost Sector rotation for this season, and of these Lost Sectors, the Conflux and Perdition are the 2 fastest by far. These both take around 3 minutes each, so they are faster than Enigma Protocol, but they aren't guaranteed drops. However, they are common, and you will be farming for exotics at the same time. Once you have a bunch of Echo Engrams, you'll need to get caught up with the Act 2 story, which allows you to focus for Aberrant Action. The first one you buy every week will be a guaranteed red border, and additional drops will have a chance to be a red border. And once you get 5 of these, you can craft it to get the exact roll you want with enhanced perks. Or you could get lucky and find a normal god roll within your first few drops. While you're farming Lost Sectors, you may notice you're also getting a few legendary weapons too. Most of these weapons are bad, but a few of them are really good. Crux Termination is one of these weapons. This is an arc rocket launcher, and it's currently one of the most popular weapons in the game. This gets most of the best rocket launcher perks. Reconstruction, Clown Cartridge, and Envious Assassin all allow this to get multiple rockets at a time. It also has Explosive Light for an easy to activate damage buff, and Surrounded for one of the highest damage buffs in the game, but it is a little risky on a rocket launcher. And this is the only rocket launcher that gets slide shot. This will reload your weapon each time you slide, meaning you can shoot, then slide, over and over until you get off all your rockets without ever having to reload. These perks are enhanceable too, making every aspect of this weapon just a little bit better. Now, while you can get this weapon as a normal world drop, you never know when you're going to get one. However, it is farmable inside of Expert and Master Lost sectors on certain days, and you can get special versions with double perks. Every day, Lost sectors will have 4 different weapons that can drop. These weapons rotate every 3 days, and you can check which weapons are currently available at the top of light.gg. Expert Lost sectors have a 70% chance of dropping one of these weapons, and Master Lost sectors drop these guaranteed every time, and the ones that do come from Masters also drop with 1 additional perk in either column. So while Expert Lost sectors are faster, Masters have a much higher chance of dropping the weapon you're looking for. So the best farm depends on your skill level. If you're able to do Masters in a decent amount of time, I recommend farming those for better quality drops. But if those take you a while and you can run Experts significantly faster, it might be worth it to go for quantity over quality. But before you start farming Lost sectors, do a little bit of research. Wait until Crux is in the rotation, and also wait until it's a fast and easy Lost sector. Lost sectors like Perdition and the Conflux can be completed in only about 3 minutes, but other Lost sectors like the ones in the Pale Heart take almost 10 minutes, and have the same drop rates. So it's a much better use of time to just wait and do it on a good day. This website shows you every upcoming Lost sector and the loot tied to it, so just take a quick look and see if any good days are coming up. And conveniently, if you're watching this video the day it comes out, Crux Termination is dropping from the Conflux, so go out there and get to grinding for the most efficient farm. After today, it won't be another fast Lost sector until August 20th and August 23rd, and then another month after that. Now time for a chill farm. For this, you'll want a Ghost with the Wombo Detector mod to be able to see chests through walls, a weapon with a lot of zoom like a sniper rifle, and you want to complete the Dual Destiny mission at least 1 time on that character. Much like my shampoo, this is a 2-in-1 classic clean farm. You'll be earning tons of Pale Heart weapons and farming for exotic class items at the same time. Load into any area, aim down sights with your sniper until you see chests spawn, go collect all 5 chests, then fast travel back to that same area and repeat. These change positions every time, but you can sort of predict where they're going to be. 5 chests spawn at a time, 1 in each quadrant, and 1 somewhere in the middle. So just go around in a circle and pick them up as you see them. Once you do a full loop around the area, fast travel and do it again. Each run should only take about 60 to 90 seconds, and every chest has a chance to drop Pale Heart engrams, Gunsmith engrams, and even exotic class items. These drop about 1 in every 30 to 40 chests, so about 1 in every 8 runs. And all you have to do is just run in circles. Much easier than Dual Destiny, and more importantly, it can be done solo. But like I said, you'll also get tons of Pale Heart engrams, which can be turned into weapons at the Ghost. And the weapon I recommend the most is the Call. You've probably used this by now since you get it guaranteed through the story, but it's a Strand rocket sidearm that gets Subsistence, Strategist, Lead from Gold, Demolitionist, Desperate Measures, One for All, Adrenaline Junkie, Hatchling. It doesn't get any bad rolls. And much like Aberrant Action, you can dump all your engrams into focusing it for a chance at red borders, so you can craft it and get the exact roll that you want with enhanced perks. And if you're like me and already have all the weapons crafted, you can still use these to focus for a chance at high stat armor. One of the best SMGs that everyone forgets about is No Survivors. This is a solar SMG and the only SMG that gets Demolitionist and Incandescent. 2 of the best perks for any solar build, any grenade build, and a lot of prismatic builds. Demolitionist gives you grenade energy after every kill, and Incandescent spreads Scorch to nearby enemies, also acting as a debuff for certain abilities. And it has the origin trait Restoration Ritual, which will automatically reload it as long as you get a finisher beforehand. Also, this just feels really good to use. It's a 720 RPM SMG, so it's basically the solar Ikelos SMG, and I love that thing. Now, the way you get this weapon is by doing the first encounter of the Ghost of the Deep dungeon. First encounter is pretty easy, even as a solo player, and when it's the featured dungeon, it can be farmed over and over endlessly. Rally the flag, kill an ogre, then follow the green path until you eventually get to a Hive Guardian. Memorize the symbol above it, then kill it and finish its ghost. That will give you a debuff that you need to take back to where you came from. Kill the wizard, activate Deep Sight, and then find the matching symbol from before and interact with it. Do that 3 more times and then claim your loot. Each run takes about
10 to 12
minutes solo, so it isn't necessarily fast, but if you can find a couple teammates, you can cut that time in half. And while it isn't guaranteed to drop the SMG every time, it can also drop Cold Comfort, which is a great rocket launcher that gets Envious Assassin, Bait and Switch, and Restoration Ritual. So minimal reloads and a really good damage buff. But hopefully you do get the SMG because it's really good. Up next is an easy farm for one of the best arc weapons of all time, but you'll have to watch this video to see how. Thanks for watching, I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.